Hi, I'm Greg Artim with Artim Law, and today's video is regarding the 3 most common mistakes we see on Midland Credit Management cases. The first of these issues that we see is where the consumer calls Midland directly and speaks with them. The second issue is where the consumer who gets sued ignores the lawsuit. And the third issue is where the consumer tries to handle the claim themselves. So the first aspect, calling Midland, is a mistake. As a consumer, you don't have knowledge or experience in handling collection cases or dealing with these people. Whether you recognize the account that they're suing you for, or maybe they've just sent you a collection letter, but whether you recognize it or not, it's a really bad idea to call them. When you call them, you could possibly be making an admission that you owe the debt or an admission of the amount of the debt. If you don't recognize the account, that often is a trigger for people. They want to call them up, call up Midland Credit Management or Midland Funding. These are sister agencies. But a lot of people want to call them up and say, hey, I don't recognize this. What is it? Can you tell me about it? Quite frankly, based upon experience, I can tell you that Midland isn't going to give you a whole lot of information. What they're going to do is make every effort to get you to make a payment with them. Sometimes they use the terminology good faith. But other times it's just, hey, make a payment, let's get this settled, let's get it wrapped up. And maybe they'll make you a deal that you think is good, but in reality it's not. So calling Midland in almost every instance is a bad idea. It's something that your attorney should do. The second aspect, or the second common mistake that we see on these Midland cases, is where the individual ignores the lawsuit. We call it putting your head in the sand. A lot of people do this because they get scared, or they're embarrassed, or they think they don't have enough money to hire an attorney. If any of these things are true, that's fine. It still doesn't give you a reason to ignore the lawsuit. You can give us a call, we'll give you a consultation, and maybe we can help you work your way out of it. In addition, we're probably not nearly as expensive as you may think. So give us a call, let us take a look at the claim, and don't ignore the lawsuit. The third common mistake that we see on Midland Credit Management cases is where an individual tries to represent themselves or handle a claim themselves. In almost every instance, it's a really bad idea. The debt collector or the debt collection attorney that you're going up against probably has 10,000 or more cases of experience under his belt. He probably has been in a courtroom 3,000 or 4,000 times. So they have a whole lot of experience. They know the law. They know what they're doing. You can't go into an internet chat room or visit a debt collection website and think that you're going to gain enough information and experience to go up against these guys. So we strongly suggest that you retain counsel on these cases and don't try to handle the claim yourself. I tell you, a common mistake that we often see on these cases is we see in these internet chat rooms that the advice is that you file an answer on these cases. Quite frankly, in Pennsylvania, that's the last thing that you want to do. The proper response in most of these cases is to file what are called preliminary objections. And I'm guessing pretty strongly that you don't see that sort of thing in a chat room, because these are nationwide chat rooms where they're just giving general responses as to how to handle a claim yourself. It's a really bad idea. I'm going to strongly suggest that you don't do it, and ask that you retain counsel. Whether it's one of the attorneys at Artim Law or at another firm, you'll be much better served by having counsel representing you in a court of law on one of these cases. The one exception is if you have a very small case. We do see instances where Midland will file a case for $400 or $500. You're not going to retain counsel for a claim that's small in most cases. So if you represent yourself on a $500 case, you kind of know what you're dealing with there. There's not a whole lot to screw up. If you lose, you pay the $500. Thank you for watching today. I'm Greg Artim with Artim Law, and have a great day.